Hello everybody, welcome to another video here in The Sims 4. I'm Auvbri and I'm continuing my rebuild The Sims 4 worlds as we started a while back now. I have been absent for a little while, so I actually went through an operation and I'm gonna talk more about that over on my vlogging channel, which is linked down below. But here for today, I thought that we would just try and do something different with the world of Delcel Valley. It's probably my least favorite world in The Sims 4, which is why I decided to tackle it first. So, originally here in Delcel Valley, there was a like a little park area, and I just thought, you know what? The surrounding area in itself is a park enough, so wouldn't it be really cool if I actually went in and did like a coffee shop or something where people could actually go in, relax, sit down, have a real good time, you know, just some real cozy, no like fuss about it coffee shop, but also trying to make it look a bit more modern and industrial. I was really inspired by the industrial look of the waterfall fountain in the background, so I thought that could be a really cool stepping point into something really great. And yeah. Oh my god, excuse me, I just sneezed. Yeah, so that's what we did here, and you could probably tell already from the thumbnail screenshot, but I really tried to make it look industrial and make it look interesting as well, so it wasn't just a squared box as we have with here now. So I really tried to work off of that and make it look a bit more interesting with some shapes and sharp edges as we have in the waterfall. I did want to have a bit of a color scheme that was different from the waterfall or fountain, whatever you want to call it. So I actually chose to go with the black and copper routes, which I thought was really cool. Also with these windows from, what is it called, like the greenhouse kit pack, those are just so industrial if you choose the black ones, that I love them. They're just perfect for the space. And again, I tried to really hone in on the industrial vibes here with the different accents and stuff like that. So with this whole rebuild the world situation that I have going on here, I actually have no restrictions of what packs I can and cannot use, as I did with the previous series I intended to go with, but it was just very restrictive. So I actually decided, you know what, I don't have any restrictions here. I don't need to only use the pack from that world. I don't want to have the original vibe. I want to make it my world. So that's what you're gonna see in this series here. And I have been building a couple of builds trying to redo Delcel Valley as the first world here, but I will say right now I'm working on, what is the name? Judith, the bitchy old popular woman from that lives on top of Delcel Valley. The one with the no bathrooms in it or toilets in the original version of the builds. I think that's just so funny that they forgot that. But yeah, I'm tackling that and I'm rebuilding that from the ground up as well. So definitely stay tuned here on the channel for more of this type of stuff. So I'm just working on the roof here, and I really wanted the roof to be reflecting the aspect of a cafe, restaurant, kind of barista place. So it doesn't have the smallest kitchen, but I did actually set the lot type to a cafe. So it's going to be functional as a cafe if you have that pack that's allows that. I cannot remember the pack right now. There's just so many packs. Like, we have had 10 years of The Sims 4, and I honestly have to say I was a lot disappointed when they announced that there was not going to be a Sims 5, and this whole Project Renee that they are talking about. I mean, there's some cool stuff in there, but I feel like the reasoning that they gave for not doing The Sims 5 is a bit weak. Maybe that's just me, but you know, I was really looking forward to the next iteration of The Sims. Hopefully, I feel like we were all dreaming that they would go back to a bit more of The Sims 3 with open world and aspects like that, but since that's not gonna happen, we're gonna have to stick with The Sims 4. Hope they can update the hell out of that game so it just becomes, you know, even better than it is today, and hopefully they can do something about the restrictive worlds and all the loading screens and that. But you know, after 10 years, I don't really have my hopes up for that. But the outside is starting to come together. So I'm just changing the lights here to a more soft light at night. I thought that would be really cool, and I'm creating my own custom fence here because we have this, I don't want to say weird, but we have this interesting deck going on here that people can sit on outside. I also wanted to have it be somewhat a bit more modest than an actual fencing. So that's kind of what we did here, and then I tried to really hone in on, you know, what is the vibe going to look like. Now we have this industrial build. What kind of furniture do we actually want out here? Do I want to go full industrial, or do I want to go a bit more cozy? So I tried to kind of make a mixture of it. So I went with these very plain, modern looking white tables. I'm gonna put some white chairs around the place, and then I'm gonna put in what do we call that? Kind of like a beanbag chair situation, as far as I can remember. I do believe I put in some of those. Oh, I love those chairs as well. Yeah, I tried to make it a bit more cozy as well, so it wasn't so fine dining in your face experience type of thing. So kind of look at it as one of these. I've never been to an American Starbucks. I've been to a couple of in London, but I always feel like they have this like very distinctive vibe, right? I was trying to go a little with that, but also a little on the more cozy side, and really try to hone in on that. So I wanted to have inside as well. I wanted to have the plants come inside. And I wanted to have a huge balcony situation going on where it would be so cool and cozy looking. I wanted to have this huge industrial staircase going up to it. But as I started putting out all of these things in, I I kind of ran out of space. We made it work. I think it turned out super cool in the end, but I also needed to have some columns to actually support this structure, so it was a bit more realistic looking. But then it came to the whole barista thing. Where the hell was all this stuff kind of gonna go? Because I totally forgot that the barista station that we have here actually takes up a whole heck of a lot of a room. So I was like, I want to have this. I need to have this for it to be functional, but I also need to have bathrooms. So where am I going to put those? Oh, okay. We can put those in the corner. We can have the long one be kind of like the backstage kitchen area. But that didn't work either. So I was like, okay, trying to rethink. So here I'm just sitting, rethinking my brain. I was like, what the hell do I do? So I came up with another concept. We're going to move some stuff. We're going to add this wall here. We're going to put up some cool display so we can kind of separate the back area into the kitchen from the front. The barista thing is still working. I removed the wall, put in these column things. That's kind of like a wall decoration, but you can use them as the columns. And I did the same thing upstairs to keep the theme cohesive. And then I started to fill in space. So I wanted to have lots of seating area inside as well. I wanted to have the fully functional bathroom. I wanted to have the kitchen, so it was more realistic. And there was space for, you know, an expansion into the rest of the lot, but I just felt like that would make it too big. It would be too big and too in your face. So I decided to do it this way. We have this single bathroom, which is a female and male both bathroom, with a stall and a little, you know, sink area and a mirror. That's kind of it. I didn't want to have anything else, so one bathroom should be more than enough. Then it came to the kitchen area, which was like, how fully functional is this kitchen actually going to be? Because I feel like everything is from the display in the front. I've never played around with that particular display, but if it's functioning like the other one, I hope that I did it right. Yeah, that's just my hope. But also finding a counter, I don't understand after 10 years how this is still a problem. I know they've added a lot, like 1,000 countertops, swatches and stuff like that, but after 10 years it's still difficult to find a counter that matches fully. So why is it that this counter, you can find the match for it, but finding the correct size is absolutely freaking impossible? Because I found it to be literally impossible, which is like super annoying. But you know, I think we made it work, and once the styling is done and all that, I think it looks good. So I was just looking through my debug catalog here if there was anything like cafe related we could put in here just to style the place up, and I think it turned out really cool in the end. I hope you guys like it. It is on the gallery right now, so you can get it if you want to. But yeah, the styling for me is kind of the whole thing with this whole like builds. With every build that I do, it just makes the build feel more realistic and come alive. So I try to always style and put in the necessary items and clutter to make it look really good. The last thing we're gonna do in this build is put in the different chairs. Some of these bar stools are functional. I actually think only one of them. The rest are not. They're just for decoration. And then I wanted to have a different type of seating inside from the outside, so it was not all too samey, but lots of seating area. I think it looks cool. I'm super happy with the way that it turned out. And then just some last decorations here just to really tie the place together, you know, with some table menus and these different types of things, menus on the you know the boards, all that kind of good stuff. But here's the build. I'm super happy with the way that it turned out. So tell me what you think about the build down below. And again, I cannot stress this enough. If you want to know what I'm going through on my day-to-day life, go over to my vlogging channel and check that out. There's a link in the description down below. My ordinary life. I talk about everything, and I'm also going to talk about what's going on, why the operation, all that stuff. So go check it out, link in the description down below. And while you're down there, why not leave this video a like and a subscribe, and tell me what you thought about the build down below. I think it makes this space in Del Sol Valley more interesting than just a park, because it's very small lots located in a kind of weird situation between a lot of things, but still far away from a lot of stuff. So I just thought a coffee shop, like a cafe, would be perfect for this space. So yeah, this is the inside. But again, tell me what you thought about the build down below, and leave a comment on my other channel as well, and go subscribe to it. I'm really having the most fun doing those vlogs as well. So I'm gonna upload my London trip and my concert trip with Pink, all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, I think it's about the end of the video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next time. Have a fantastic day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.